Welcome guys, Jarrell here, Greywolf TV, back with our reactions to Fringe. We are approaching fast the end of the season. This is now episode 19. The previous one saw the guy who had managed to figure out how the hell to time travel using his body as like some sort of Faraday cage because he'd lost his wife. It was such similar circumstances as to the lengths he was prepared to go to be able to get back someone he loved who he'd lost, just like Walter did. And it was a very touching episode, and it gave Walter, after we'd had 3 or 4 resets of that episode with him keep travelling back, the white tulip that he'd asked from God as a sign of forgiveness for all the things that he'd done. And it's actually this guy that had posted it to him before he did his final travel. So it's made Walter tear up the letter that he'd written to Peter. So we now don't know whether he's going to tell him or he's not. I'm intrigued to find out. So let's just carry straight on. This is episode 19. Wow! It's like a growing crystal. Oh, whoa. What did I just say? Oh, it's them dudes with the thing.
This totally sucks. What took you so long? You scared the hell out of me.
The girl's wearing lipstick, but there isn't any on the joint.
So you think that maybe she was with somebody?
Well spotted.
Maybe.
The rest of the place is deserted. Except for this.
Oh.
So what would the shapeshifters want with these kids?
Maybe they
I
don't.
think that's a good idea.
Maybe they don't want the kids. They've only just arrived here.
Do you think that this is a shapeshifter?
The secretary told me there would be 3 of you.
There was a problem. The third didn't make it.
Well, my theory is that this is the state in which they enter our universe. And as I've said,
Yeah.
being partly mechanical, they can cross over in a way that humans can't. But
Our astronomical division picked up a surge in solar activity right around that time. Here's a radio wave from last night's solar flare. Here's your wave.
Suppose it came from a parallel universe.
Wow. That would be, yeah, because in a parallel universe, time would be slightly out of sync.
And the waves would be too.
Slightly out of sync. But on rare occasion,
They'll sync up.
they perfectly line up. That's gonna happen between our universe and wherever this radio wave came from.
When?
Based on this, tomorrow at precisely 3:31 p.m.
So I'll figure out how to handle Mr. Verona. You make sure you hold your end.
Then make a left and go 2 blocks west. I'll write it down for you.
Young teenage girl. Why would you think there'd be anything wrong?
Yeah, Walter's convinced that Newton wants to build a door to the other side. If Walter can remember what he told Newton, we might be able to figure out what's supposed to happen at 3:31 tomorrow.
I think I finally figured out why it is that Walter's been acting so strange lately. I think he wants to talk to me about how my mother died. He told me that she died in a car crash. It wasn't a car crash. My mother committed suicide.
I believe I know how to figure out what they're up to.
You remember what you told Newton?
No, but as they say in Finland, there's more than one way to roast a reindeer. But I need some supplies. I need 6 car batteries, a voltage transformer, and several yards of 10-gauge electrical wire.
Yes, I'm here to see your manager, Mr. McAllister.
Figure out what to do about Verona.
I have some thoughts. You can handle the rest. Just make sure the device remains undisturbed.
Help me, Newton.
Thomas Jerome Newton? Where is he?
Verona. Daniel Verona.
Daniel Verona?
911. What is your emergency?
Well, there's a man. He's middle-aged, Caucasian. It looks like he's having a heart attack.
You're about to fake a heart attack. I think he is. Damn! That's dedication for you. Jesus.
Oh my god! This guy needs help! Does anyone know CPR?
Why Daniel Verona? What could they want with him?
Medical examiner works out of Boston General. It's anybody's guess.
The guy worked at a hospital, so he wanted access to the hospital. Right? Because he's clearly not dead. For these things.
Geometry and harmonic vibrations. That's how we did it, Millie and I. As I've said before, the two universes vibrate at different frequencies, so we set up 3 harmonic rods, and then we activated the rods. When the car began to vibrate at just the right frequency, that's how we sent Billy's car to the other side. He has something that Billy and I never had.
What's that?
Agents. In both universes.
Yes, Peter. So, if we set up the harmonic rod in exactly the same position in each universe, whatever is in the center of each triangle will simply be exchanged.
Wow!
Of course, that would likely require that the universes be in sync. Newton would have to place the harmonic rods at 3 specific locations.
The harmonic rods, thank you.
He's going after Verona because Verona must
That's
have access to
so clever.
Okay, so Verona lives in Beacon Hill, 520 South Garden Street.
That's our first point.
Corpse in Chestnut Hill Village, 3 punctures to his soft palate. His name is Ben McAllister. He's a branch manager at Pinewood Savings Bank. He was found just outside his office.
Not easy to access a bank. More than that, son, we're looking for an equilateral triangle. Therefore, the third point
Can only be in 1 of 2 places, right?
Correct. You only need 2 points.
So, the third point is either Arlington or Cedar Grove.
Try both.
Hyde Park or right on the Charles River. So he's got to be targeting Hyde Park.
Is there a bridge on the Charles?
Yeah, a condemned railway bridge. Why?
The water would absorb any excess energy caused by Newton's procedure, so he must be making the exchange on the bridge.
She's right, Peter.
Oh my god, and we know why she knows that.
Right, like noise-canceling headphones.
Precisely. The seismograph will pick up the vibration from Newton's device. The laptop will calculate its opposite and transmit it to the pneumatic hammer.
To send out vibrations that would cancel out Newton's device.
Whoa!
No. A cop wouldn't call the sergeant on his cell phone.
Damn, I missed that.
Pneumatics ready.
Seismograph is ready.
Whoa!
Turning on the program.
Ain't got time.
I need you all to get off this bridge now.
It's off the bridge.
No, Walter, there's nothing else you can do here. I need you to get him off this bridge.
Oh my god, it's completing the bridge from the other side. There's someone there. Whoa! That dude just obliterated. So the bridge is completed on the other side. God damn.
I'd like to speak to him alone, if that's okay.
Sure.
When Newton's device started to work, I saw him there. Just walking down the bridge. He had to have been from the other side. You said the effects of Newton's vibrations would be devastating. Destroyed that FBI agent. They just disintegrated him like he wasn't even there.
Yeah, they did.
But they didn't kill the man from the other side.
Or you. Oh shit, he's figured it out.
They didn't kill me.
Oh, Christ. He knows.
I'm not from here, am I? You went through, and you brought me back.
Oh, crap.
That's why I was able to survive Newton's device.
Yeah.
It's why I can't remember my childhood.
You were dying, Peter.
It's why my mother committed suicide.
Shit.
Isn't it? She knew.
Son,
I am not your son.
Knew that was coming.
Peter checked himself out of the hospital 3 hours ago. He isn't at the lab. And he's not answering his phone. He's gone.
Okay, well, I did say at some point it was probably going to come out. And after that last episode, I thought they'd kind of put it to one side for the time being, especially with Walter changing his mind. But unfortunately, the very next case that they handle with these shapeshifters has had a massive, unfortunate side effect, and PT being on that bridge has given him all the information he needed to figure it out all by himself, because it doesn't take a genius to work out how he managed to survive then when that FBI agent literally 6 feet behind him just came apart molecule by molecule. So he now knows, and he's just reeled off everything that Walter feared. I'm not your son. I'm not from here. This explains why I don't remember anything, why I don't remember my childhood, why my mother killed herself when I left, because she couldn't live with the guilt anymore. Even though what he doesn't know was it was his mother's doing, or that look that she gave Walter in that episode, a couple of episodes back, when I said as soon as she gave Walter that look, there was no going back. There was no way he could ever send him back. And that was what Walter feared in himself, was that look. But Peter has just reeled all that off to him now. And now he's just left the hospital, checked himself out, and is gone. I don't know whether that means we lose Peter, or we lose him for the time being. But that I will now crush Walter completely. I don't know how they're going to carry on with the cases for the time being. We will just have to wait and see what happens in the next episode. But in hindsight, from Walter's side of things now, and from me looking at it, maybe the lesser of the two evils would have been from it for at least to come from him. Like it is with a lot of secrets and lies and things, it's better to come from the person that's held it from you than hearing it from anyone else or figuring it out yourself. And that's what's just happened. Pushing that just to one side, that was a brilliant episode, and I am now wondering, I thought that failed on Newton's side of things because they managed to shut it down by doing opposing vibrations to shut the gate down, in effect. But whoever it was on the bridge, I thought went with it, and it's just shown at the end there that Newton is talking to someone called the secretary, who appears to have crossed over. So they've accomplished whatever it is they set out to do. I thought it was to bring more than a person. I thought it was to bring something else like the bridge and everything. It was clearly just the person that they were after bringing. Interesting. I can't wait to see what happens now and who it is and what the hell's going to happen. So we're possibly going to have the next episode now without Peter in it. Quite probably. Or It could be showing us what happens to Peter and where he goes and what he tries to do. I don't know. Damn. This series just keeps getting better and better though. I did pick up on straight away, because I'm trying to remember pivotal episodes and names and places, and just things like, you know, remembering what Cortexiphan is, and remembering, you know, places like Jacksonville and Raiden Lake, and I'm trying to remember all the important aspects from these story-driven episodes, because they seem to refer back to them an awful lot. And I noticed in that episode when they were trying to triangulate where they were going to do this, and Olivia popped up and said it's where the bridge is, because the water will help dissipate the amount of energy that's created when he opens a hole or gate or whatever, or portal, whatever you want to call it. And you could see the confused look on Peter's face. I did mention it. You could see he was like, really? How do you know that? And we know she knows that because of that entire episode of Walter sitting down and explaining to her what he did at Raiden Lake and how he opened a portal to the other side and went through, and why he did it at the lake. Damn. But either way, that was a fabulous episode. I'm intrigued to see where they're going to take it next now, with that just happening. So I shall leave it there for the time being, and we'll see what happens in the next episode. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, please post your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to turn your notifications on, give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to sub while you're at it. And I will be back with another episode of Fringe in a few days. So until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.